Hi, it's Elizabeth. In my last video, I talked about the functions of behaviors to get away from something or to get something in the areas of sensory attention or tangible activities. Tangibles or activities. That's kind of the same category. So one thing I mentioned as I talked about that was the word reinforcement, positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. I do want to go into that a little bit more in this video. But first I want to tell you, I am filming from home today because it's a 3-day weekend and I want to make a little more progress. And also because I can show you the books that I keep by my bed. This is the book that I studied for my board exam. Lovely. To show you that I'm not just making this stuff up. What I want to do is share my experiences with it, how it's related to my life, the way that I understand it. But this is a whole field of behavioral science that you can study if you like. Ethics, also very, very important. There are daily ethical decisions. I think a teacher makes about at least 1,000 decisions each day, and many of those involve ethics. So back to reinforcement. When I say reinforcement, the important thing to understand about reinforcement is whatever makes a behavior happen again. If it's positive reinforcement, it's what I talked about, that you get something out of it. That's a positive. You're getting something. Negative reinforcement is also reinforcement. But the word negative means you're getting away from something. So, for example, and it's very important to understand this, the example I'm going to give. If you have a student who has to stay in from PE because they didn't do their homework, and that keeps happening, they're losing PE. But is that a punishment or a reinforcement? If it keeps happening, it's reinforcing that behavior in a negative way. It's a negative reinforcement. They're losing something. But guess what? That tells me they don't care about PE. In fact, maybe they don't want to go to PE. Maybe they have social problems. Maybe they just hate being pushed. But they're loving that. They're going to keep not doing their homework. If that would have worked for me to get out of PE, that's what I would have done, instead of trying to hold my breath and pass out to get out of PE when I was a kid. So that's the important thing. Positive, negative reinforcement. That's where one of the most important things we need to understand about behavior analysis is that somebody's punishment is another person's reinforcement. There is a place for punishment, and I will talk about that later. We don't use punishment a lot. There has to be a very good reason to use punishment, and we have to show that it would be very effective to use punishment for this reason. There are many, many dangers with punishment. Not only ethically, but also dangers in just ineffective. Dangers of escalating the behavior. So that's all for today. Bye-bye.